Well, Rebel fans, welcome to the clubhouse and post-game interviews. We're going to start off tonight with our defensive player of the game, and that is Big Ryan Smith. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great job. Great job. It looked like to us up in the booth that you guys really dominated the line of scrimmage on offense and defense. Would you agree with that? Tell us how you thought the game turned.
I mean, at the start, we were tough. It was a tough battle. We could tell that Crenshaw wasn't going to back down. And we just came in here during halftime, pulled together, and came as a team.
Did at any point with the big plays being called back by penalties, as far as your teammates on the field, did it ever shake your confidence?
No, it didn't, because I knew what kind of guys we got. We don't quit. We'll keep going.
That's a common theme that we've heard awful lot. This team does not quit. Well, we're at 2-2. It's a huge turnaround, and we knew coming in these guys could score points. They scored 126 points this year. They're averaging over 30, and you really shut them down. The quarterback had a great arm, but you guys really put great pressure on them. I thought you were incredibly active on every kick. I mean, you came pretty close on a couple of punts, and I saw you sustaining guys. I mean, you really got after people tonight.
Yes, sir.
So that's great. Chester, give me the tackle count, which I forgot.
9 tackles, 1 sack, 1 pass deflection.
1 pass deflection. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. And it looks like to me that the entire line was just firing off and doing that all night long. So we want to say congratulations. Thank you for all the hard work, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, folks, we're back again for our offensive player of the game, Buster Coker.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. Great game. 146 yards, I believe, tonight, 2 touchdowns. Tell us about your night.
It started off all the flags coming in. We knew we was gonna stay together. We ain't gonna get over ourselves. We just fought through it and kept going.
Well, it looked like to me that you did a really great job. I mean, there were big holes, but you did a good job with all the exchanges, and you took your time letting blocks develop, because you had guys coming down making downfield blocks.
Yes, sir.
And you made some great cuts.
Yes, sir.
You guys work on that in practice?
Oh, yes, sir. We reps after reps until it's every day.
Well, I'll tell you, we were really thrilled. If you think about this kind of thing, all 4 running backs really stepped up and made great runs tonight. There were a lot of penalties, a lot of yardage called back, but we really felt you were outstanding and just did a nice job. Play after play, I thought your adjustments were great the entire night, and I think you really took advantage of some great line blocking.
Oh, yes, sir.
Well, congratulations on the 2 scores.
Yes,
We're
sir.
2-2.
Yes,
We're
sir.
1-0 in the region.
Yes, sir.
So things are back on track.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Thank you again.
Yes,
Good
sir.
luck next week.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, Rebel fans, we're back again with our coach and athletic director, Jason Allen. Coach, we won the 300th game in Chambers history tonight.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Isn't
I
it?
think you're closing in on 150. If you're not past it, we're going to work on some records with you. Absolutely great performance tonight. We felt really pressured to choose an offensive and defensive player.
Yeah, what'd you come up with?
We came up with Buster and we came up with Big Ryan Smith. But I'm telling you, basically the entire offensive line, the entire defensive line, and your 4 running backs were incredibly valuable tonight. And your quarterback didn't make a mistake.
Yep, I agree with that. I told our offensive linemen at the beginning of the year, I'm putting all my eggs in your basket. And, we got off to a rough start. I didn't think we blocked poorly the second game. We didn't do well the first game. Second game, I started seeing things get better. We started getting a little bit of rhythm. We were just a little bit outmatched from a skill standpoint. Right. The last 2 weeks, I've been real pleased with our guys, about their level of what I would call nastiness. Mm-hmm. They're getting nastier by the minute. And, there's a lot to be said for being nasty and physical in the game of football. I told the team, if you're playing ballet or the piano, physicality don't play a whole lot into that. But in this game, it makes a big difference. And I think our guys have really embraced that.
Yeah.
And just really proud of them. As they go, we will go.
It looked like to me that the offensive line really settled down early. They started sustaining blocks. And then the thing that impressed me was you had 4 running backs who did a great job all night long. And they seemed to really be able to see the hole, make their cuts, make their adjustments. And I mean, we probably had 250 yards called back from penalties. So, I mean, we had a tremendous rushing night with some mistakes.
Yeah, we're not a one-trick pony. We got some more guys that can run the ball you hadn't seen that are a little banged up. So we got some guys that can carry the ball. But those guys up front are doing a tremendous job. You know, there were some holding penalties. We'll go back and evaluate them. I thought some of them were questionable. I thought some of them we were just whooping their tail and you know, and they called a holding penalty. But we got to figure out a way to correct that so that we don't get those, because, you know, I was really disappointed the first touchdown. You know, we're going to score and we're blocking behind the play.
Right.
That's a discipline thing. Our team knows if you're behind the football, don't block, you know, don't try to be a hero. So we'll learn from that. The kid did, and, you know, he didn't hang his head, and he made a great play on a corner route there in the third quarter, and Cole threw a great ball to him. So, you know, we're learning. We're getting better. We're gaining some momentum. We got our cleats in the grass now, and now we're going to get a little traction, hopefully get some positive momentum.
Well, we're talking about offensive line play, defensive line play. Certainly your secondary did a good job, and the linebackers. Running backs, I think your quarterback stepped up tonight. It looked like to me he is much more comfortable, made a couple of throws, but he handled the ball all night long.
Yeah, you know, this is his fourth game starting as a high school quarterback. Now, he played for me in junior high, but it's a different deal on Friday nights.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I get in his ear. I'm a former quarterback, and when he messes up, I get on him pretty good. But when he does right, I tell him, you know, good job. And I'm really proud of Cole. He's a CA kid. He's through and through, and it really matters to him. And when I got a kid that it really matters to, I feel like I can win with that kid.
Well, I haven't been doing this very long, but I've tried to meet and talk to several players, and I certainly talked to a lot of students when Chester and I are out here watching practice. And the one thing I said to Coach Hines in the pregame, I am always so impressed with your athletes and your students who are here. There's a yes, sir, and a no, sir, and an eye contact and a handshake most of the time. And I always kid people, you know, I might have said yes, sir, and no, sir a lot, but I would probably have my head down, shuffling my feet. We don't have that. We have really character-based and great kids here. And I love your football team for being as strong-willed and as resilient as they are. We're 2-2, and we're 1-0 in the region.
Yep.
And we got a game next week at home.
Absolutely.
Non-region, but it's time to move up to 3-2.
Well, thank you for that compliment. You know, that because that means a lot to me. How our kids represent themselves. But yes, we got homecoming next week, and that's always a tough one for a head coach because you worry about all the distractions of homecoming. I looked at Banks ahead. They are very athletic, very good-looking team. So we got to improve. We just got to. We want to keep moving at that angle right there and keep getting better. And right now, I like what I see.
Well, I think the team really has just turned it on. They look to be, you know, so cohesive, and they seem to be really partnering with each other and on the same page. Just one quick question jumping back to the game. It looked like the Crenshaw quarterback in warm-ups came out, and he was throwing the ball incredibly well in warm-ups. He was throwing the out really well. He was throwing the deep ball really well. It seemed to me that the pressure you put on him and the coverage we put on him really took him a little bit out of the offensive flow.
Yeah, well, you know, Coach Grant is the best coach we coach against year in and year out, and it's not even close. He's in Alabama High School Hall of Fame. He's won 3 state championships when he was at Pike County. Coached guys that played at Alabama, Auburn, Vanderbilt, all over the country. He's just a phenomenal coach. Been doing it for 46 years, He told me tonight. He runs a lot of quarterback draws, so, you know, everybody's probably saying, get to the quarterback. But when you get upfield and you start trying to rush quarterback, you cannot stop the quarterback draw. And he is notorious for running that. Now we made some adjustments, and Ryan Smith, we really gave him what we call a bull charge, and we let him go get the guy, and they didn't have an answer for him. You know, but that quarterback threw it well. They caught it way through the deep ball really well. Right. But my hat's off to Coach Nesmith and our defense. You know, we had a chance really to pitch a shutout against a good football team, and that's a good 1A football team.
Well, listen, they've been averaging over 30. They've scored, I think it's 146 points this year. They were 3-0 coming in here tonight. Yeah. So they know how to score. They're a good offensive football team. And, you know, the quarterback tried that draw. He got a little bit of positive yards the first time, and then it went away. I mean, it just basically, you could see the defense, and Ryan particularly, he just zeroed in on him. and there was just a great contain package on him all night long, and nobody bit. You know, he dropped back to do that fake and then draw, and nobody bit on any of it. He just did a great job. The defense did a great job.
Yeah, that takes discipline.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
Coach Nesmith does a great job with those guys.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time. We are tickled to death to get that 300th win. We'll go for 301 next week.
Yeah, proud for Chambers Academy. Really proud. A great night, and you know, as I always say, it's great to play for the C and the A.
And I always like to hear that. Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great job.